Should I start that way?
No,
We can both
no.
start that way.
We can all start looking up. Here we go. We're live, everybody. We've got Glenn Sanford, CEO of Success, and you probably know him from EXP as well. And we've got Jarek Robbins, President of Success. I'm joining them to talk about Success Health. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
Very well, thank
Awesome,
you. Thank you for
Tristan.
having us.
Well, let's get right to it, guys. We've got Success, and now we've got Success Health. Glenn, where did this idea come from? Because when we were first talking, Success Health was nowhere in the picture, and now I'm really happy.
Wasn't on the radar.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't on the radar. It really part of it. One, Jarek had introduced me to some concepts when he joined the team. Really big into wearables and tracking the data around health. I'd already been wearing my Apple Watch. I'd actually got an Aura ring, so I've got my Aura ring on. And In 2019, my health was really in a pretty sad place. In 2016, Debbie and I had got off the road from a motor coach, and I think the health food that motor coaches do not generally provide had took a toll on my system, and I ended up not being able to drink coffee. I wasn't able to go running. There was a whole bunch of stuff, and so my weight ended up going from about 213 up to 225 by 2019. 2019, I just had it. I was on Prilosec. Basically, the doctor said I was going to be out for the next 10, 15 years. Well, said basically for the rest of my life.
Whoa.
And so I did the colonoscopy and all the other stuff that, just to see, what was going on. And then even had some heart stuff going on that really had me panicked a bit. And so I just went full tilt, like all the stuff that I knew about because about diet and exercise and all the other stuff. I started to just take it seriously and started to get, my exercise back in, started getting my running back in. There were just a lot of things that I did. And then last year in September, I went to the Peter Diamandis Longevity Platinum event. And it's not an inexpensive event. For 5 days, it was like 70 grand. So, I mean, it's a big deal, but it was a big commitment because I was like trying to really gamify my health. And so from that, I ended up learning about a ton of the very cutting edge technology. Got to meet David Sinclair. Some of you may have read the book Lifespan. I met for the first time Naveen Jain, who is the founder and CEO of Viome. I met the founder of Inside Tracker. I met a bunch of people and doctors in the space. Dr. Rudy Tanzi, Dr. George Shapiro, Dr. Robert Harari. You might recognize his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the co-authors of Life Force with Tony Robbins and
Yeah.
Peter Diamandis. So I met all these people, and I really started to just do all the stuff. Intermittent fasting, went to a med diet, getting all my movement in. Got a really cool app on my phone called Humanity, which is just one of my favorite apps that sort of takes a bunch of this data in just on a personal level and just measures biological aging. Went on Viome, got my biological age back, and so last year I got my biological age back at 54. This year it came back at 48. So all this stuff was working. So my biological age actually reduced 6 years. And I was like, wow, I just paid a bunch to go to this event. Cutting edge, super current information. Um, how do I bring this to more people? I'm going again. I went this year. I'm going to go again next year. So you think about that. That's 140, $210,000 that I've invested personally to learn the best of the best in a cram session. So what we thought about was this idea of how do we bring all this information to our community, Success, and by extension EXP, and what would be the tool to do that? How can we take the cutting edge? How can we bring in leaders in their field, get that exposure, so that you're not having to go spend 70,000. You can actually be part of a community that actually now provides us a much lower cost. And so we've worked on a program, and Jarek can certainly talk about the details, but literally, $299 a month. We're bringing the same content, but we're also bringing community together to support people in their health journey. We're right like tomorrow, Jarek and I are going to be on a call to try to get a group health app that will connect to your watch, your Oura Ring, your Fitbit, your all this stuff, and bring it into the group and start to be able to track all this stuff together. And so we're doing all kinds of stuff to make this really powerful community. I don't know how many people now. It's got to be a few hundred people that have decided to go and do Viome and get the precision supplements that Viome does. And now we're gamifying that, and we've got Naveen actually part of one of our communities. He's really active, and of course he founded this because of just some health issues that took place in his family. So there's just a lot of cool stuff that's going on, and successhealth.com is really a great place to start. Maybe, Jarek, I know I've got to bounce in about 3 minutes, but let me make sure that I give you space to share a little bit as well, because I know you're super passionate about this.
Of course, of course. So health is one of my favorite topics in the world. My thought is, if you own a business, how comfortable would you be if you called your banker and said, "Hey, what do the numbers look like in our bank account?" And they said, "Well, my gut tells me they're pretty good this week." Most of us would fire the banker. You'd be like, "Are you kidding me? Your gut tells you no. Pull up the numbers and tell me exactly what's going on in that account." But most of us, when I said, "How is your health doing this week?" most of us go with "Well, it feels pretty good. I guess I'm doing okay." And for some reason, our health generally is more important than the money and more important than all this other stuff. And we know that. But for some reason, we get into the position that we're willing to just kind of trust a gut feeling on how we're doing instead of having regular metrics, regular check ins, regular conversations. The other part is when people want to make a change, oftentimes they try to go it alone. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm going to go hike Mount Everest, I kind of want the right team around me to make sure I'm supported in the process. Here's another way to think about it. Do you know how many pit crew members are on the average F1 race team?
No, man.
Anywhere between 15 to 20 pit crew members. Why? Because when you pull your car in, you need them to quickly switch out the tires, switch out the fuels, clean the stuff, get you ready, and right back out. Now, they can turn around a sports car in literally like 5 seconds. My question to you is, when you do a pit stop to refuel yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically, number one, who's on your team? Number two, how quickly can you get yourself back to 100%?
Yeah.
And for most people, they've never thought of these things.
No.
And so we created Success Health Group Coaching to build the right team around you and make sure that we have the ability to quickly get you back to your best self at a moment's notice.
Wow. I love that, guys. And I love the whole theme around it. I don't know if you guys planned this, but the theme about being around the people that can motivate you to look at health differently. And so, Glenn, it started with you, man. Like you're paying a lot of money to be around the people that motivate you to do these things, and you're bringing it to us. So that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's I think about what is the mission. We bought Success Magazine a couple of years ago, but what's the mission? It's really to energize communities, to engage with them, to help them live their best lives now as quickly as possible, and to help people shortcut the process, really, because you've been successful, Jarek's been successful, we've got a ton of people in our community that have been successful at a really high level, that now their mission is not to make more money, even though there's usually a financial component to what the elements that we're doing. But it's more about how do we impact the most people's lives in the shortest amount of time. And that's really kind of the drive. And what's the biggest thing, once people become financially successful, most people sacrifice health on their way to wealth. And, once you lose your health, you only have one thing that you want, and that's to get healthy. So that's, and if you've got, financial resources, all your money now goes into this, repairing stuff that was damaged. And I'm a perfect example of it. I invested heavily in that process. So I know I have to drop off, but you guys keep on talking, and talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Dude, all right. So we've got Tara who says, if you already had those people around you, you would have already had the results you want. Time to get around some new people. Success Health Coaching. I love that. Tara. Great job on that one. How much did you pay Tara to say that? Thank you, Tara. I'm joking.
Well, I think the magic with this is in times of extreme chaos, community matters more than anything. I just did a live on this earlier today. And so the way the world is right now, it's chaotic. It's vibrating a little funny. And the vibe is off. And because of that, it's causing more stress. People's anxiety is going up. People's uncertainty is happening. People are shook a little. And so now more than ever is the time to 10x down or 100x down on your health and wellness. Because I always think of the best version of you, the average version of you, or the worst version of you.
Ooh.
If all we did was help you get back to the best version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, how much better could you weather all the chaos that's unfolding in the world? If all you were was your best self, that's it. That's all we're trying to do. Can we get you to be your best self mentally, emotionally, physically?
Yeah.
And if you're your best self, how much better can you manage your relationship with the ones you love?
Yeah.
How much better can you show up at work and do the things you're passionate about? How much better can you support the community around you? How much better can you live the life you want to live every day and explore and adventure and do all the things you want to do? And my experience is when people are their best selves, everything in their world tends to be better.
Yeah.
And so our goal with Success Health group coaching is how do we help people be their absolute best selves and live their best life?
I like that. Where do people sign up for this?
You can go to successhealth.com, and we have some amazing ambassadors that are helping share this. So they'll probably share a link as well with different people if you see this video posted. And come and join us. If you can't find your way there, shoot an email to coaching@success.com and we'll make sure to connect you. But again, Glenn said it's $299 a month, and we meet every week. So every other week is training on health and wellness, where we bring in some of the best experts on the planet to share with you cutting edge information on how to maximize your health and wellness. And then in between the training sessions, we have group coaching sessions. So we have coaches who are dedicated to watching your results, listening to how you're doing, and helping you fine tune your process to make sure you're getting it your best.
I love that, man. All right, let's do that. Jarek, I got somebody here who wanted to say hi to you. Sharon Kaufman says hello. So right back.
Hi, Sharon.
Yeah, and she's on LinkedIn because we're on different platforms. All right, Jarek, this is exciting, man, and this is just the beginning. So it's going to be very fun. Thanks for jumping on short notice.
Thank you. And I believe it's a happy birthday.
Yeah, dude. It's a
happy birthday.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. And I'll talk to you again in a little bit or tomorrow.
Right. See you soon.